Okay, everybody, this is a really quick Volcano me. I don't have time to do graphics. I don't have time to do anything. I'm sure everybody out there has already heard about the SOPA bill, the so-called anti-piracy bill, which inevitably will just shut every anime reviewer down, every YouTube video down, anything that they deem, ooh, that might be copyright, they'll just shut you down. It literally gives the government the authority to have an internet kill switch. I'm sure you've already seen videos on this. The Nostalgia Critic, good for him, has already talked about this in detail. I want to praise Angry Joe from That Guy with the Glasses for actually flying to Washington, D.C. and actually meeting with the senators and congressmen over this. I applaud him over that, and I used to not be a big fan of his, but I really appreciate him doing that. But it ain't just about the SOPA bill. I'm sure you guys have already heard about the SOPA bill. You already know what it is. Basically what it is if any of the Hollywood companies or the government even just a tiny little infraction, like you've seen my thumbnail, if you Twitter and you send a picture of Pikachu, ooh, that's copyright, we're gonna shut they'll shut the whole website down. Not just cut off a link, they'll shut the whole website down just for one little infraction. This is being done by Hollywood lobbyists. And again, guys, Twilight, Avatar, the Harry Potter movies, you guys are making a shitload of movies. Now, I am not saying that piracy isn't hurting somewhere. I'll tell you where piracy is hurting. Piracy is killing the anime industry right now, but that's another video for another day. Well, it's not really. It is. The piracy is hurting, without a doubt. No, look, we've all probably downloaded a music or two. We've all probably downloaded an anime episode or two to fill in some filler for AMVs and so on, but this would put me out of making videos. I mean, it's getting to the point where even if you make a video where you sing, or even if I make a video, no pictures, just me talking about anime, I could be in trouble. All that will be allowed on YouTube are just guys skateboarding on a rail and falling on their balls. That's the only video that will be allowed on YouTube if this bill passes. It is so draconian. But you guys got to understand. I know what you're thinking. Oh, the Senate, they'll never pass this. It's too anti-First Amendment. First of all week long, the Congress has been whining and complaining that they want to go home for Christmas. Oh, we don't want to be here. We just want to go home. We want to go home for Christmas. They'll vote yes on anything just so they can go home. They'll do it. You want proof? They just voted to take away the 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendment. I ain't shitting you. Hold on. But yes, in case you haven't noticed, I want you to take a good look at the senators, alright? What do most senators look like? They're old. Most of these senators were put into office in the 60s, 70s, 80s, before the internet. Or should I say before the internet was mainstream. Most of these guys are going to be like, most of these senators are going to be like, why can't you young whippersnappers just pick up and read a newspaper like we did back in my day? I don't understand this Internet thing. Let's ban it. It must be bad because that's what our lobbyist friends are telling us. They'll do it. They'll do it. Another group that wants this bill to pass, again, newspaper, the old media. The cable news, the alphabet soup channels, the newspaper industry. They would love to have this bill because, again, we're also reading the news for free. Only that was intended to be free because there's alternative news sites. There's also ways where you can just go to a website like a newspaper and just get all the major headlines of the day. From the Drudge Report to Wired to many other news outlets. But the old newspaper industries, they're screaming. They'd love for this bill to go through. Obviously, we need more rules on the piracy. I agree, there is absolute lawlessness on the internet right now. It is time. Look, things are going to change. This is a fact. This has to happen. Here's what I think needs to happen if I want to say so in the Senate. Update the freaking copyright laws. The copyright laws are 100 years old. They're not ready for the 21st century. We need a Creative Commons law. We need more public domain. For example, for Star Wars. Ton of Star Wars fans out there, right? If this bill passes, this will make fanfics and fan films illegal. That means a guy who wants to make his own Star Wars movie, even just a YouTube video of him waving his light. Remember when YouTube got started? The lightsaber boy? That will be illegal because, ooh, that's Star Wars, that's copyright. Even if we make our own fan version of Star Wars, we need a Creative Commons law where we can make our own interpretation of Star Wars if it's for free, as long as it's not super deranging, like if Lucas doesn't have a major complaint about it. But I even have an idea. I think there ought to be a way for the Star Wars fans to make money off of some of their fan films, because some of them are really good, better than the Star Wars prequels, and I say they split the profits. I say half goes to the fanfic creators, and give half royalties to Lucas. We need more updates here. We need more... Alright, fair use needs to be updated. We need give us a rule. What percent... Alright, if I want to review Sailor Moon, give me a number. How much of Sailor Moon can I show without getting into trouble? You know what I mean? Here's what I want to say to the senators. Let's negotiate here. We agree. The internet's gone way too far with the piracy stuff. We all know this. It is time... And I want to encourage the fans, because I have a coworker of mine who's also a diehard anime fan. And I was like, oh, so you like your anime, huh? Is that like, yeah, I downloaded the whole series of such and such. It's like, what? I can understand downloading an episode or two of something, but you downloaded the whole series? Yeah, I go to Pirate Bay all the time. I never pay for my anime. Dude, you're the reason why the anime industry is... Look, I'm not going to be... Look, we have all downloaded something. And you want my personal belief? If I had my own anime company, I'd give the first episode of any particular anime away for free. I'd say, first episode free. After that, if you like the series, you got to pay to download it or pay to buy it and so on. We need to update the copyright laws. That's what we need to do. But hold on. I'm not even done yet. Here's the scariest part of all right? I'm going to switch. There's another bill in the Senate. Here's the horrendous part. It's already passed. It's done. The Senate voted yes to the indefinite detention of American citizens. Let me repeat that. The military, if they think you're a terrorist, if they think you're a pirate, if they think you're a threat, they can just arrest you, no warrant, arrest you, no lawyer, arrest you, no charges, send you off to Gitmo, or send you off to a federal prison without even pressing charges. The Senate voted for that 93-7. When the hell was the last time this... We keep hearing about how partisan Congress is and how partisan the Senate is. How the hell did they vote 93-7 in favor of this? You just nullified the 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendment. In fact, you violated your oath. When you came to the Senate, you swore on your right hand that you preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution. Well, you just violated that, so 93 of you ought to resign! I'm not even making this up. Go look it up. It's in the defense bill. Now, I'll give one little excuse to the senators. They snuck this in the defense bill. So a lot of the senators even admitted they didn't even read the bill. But I was shocked that John McCain was for this. McCain, who was a prisoner of war himself. McCain, who was imprisoned without a lawyer, without due process. McCain, who was in a Vietnamese prison for 5 years. And now he is okay with American citizens being imprisoned indefinitely whenever the federal government feels like it. McCain, the 1970 version of you, would kick the 2011 version of you in the nuts. You have betrayed your own history. Shame on you, McCain, for that. I mean, you, of all people, should know what it's like to be indefinitely in detention. I'm not making this up. Go look it up. It's sick. It's horrendous. But here's the best part of all. When are they doing this? Around Christmas time! Yeah, they're doing this around Christmas time when no one's paying attention. So while you're off here in Frosty the Snowman, while you're wrapping presents, they want to shut down the internet the way they want to. They want to take away all your YouTube videos. And they just took away your due process. They took away the 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendment. The federal government can now arrest you, no warrant, no charges, not even charges! No lawyers, no nothing. Even one senator, Senator Graham, even said that if you ask for your lawyer, he said the military can just tell you to shut up. And again, I have a question. This was voted 93-7, and the Senate is still run by the Democrats. The Senate is controlled by the Democrats. Hey, Democrats, I remember during the Bush years you whined when Bush indefinitely imprisoned POWs from Afghanistan. Okay, so capturing the guys from Afghanistan and indefinitely imprisoning them, you guys complain. You Democrats were whining about that. But you vote 93-7 in favor of imprisoning Americans. I'm confused. Very confused. Anyway, obviously, call the Senate. It's the Senate where most of this crap's coming from. In defense of the House, they're actually working on the budget amendments, whatever. This is all coming from the Senate. And the Senate is where the most oldest members of Congress are. These are the ones who are so alien and so far away, they know nothing about the internet. It's like, oh, the Senate's got a website. You know who runs those websites? They're interns. They know nothing about Twitter. They know nothing about YouTube. They're still stuck in 1960 and whatever. This is an unbelievable Volcano rant. Please do something about this. Email, call. You got to stop the SOPA bill. I'm sorry to tell you that the indefinite detention camp bill has already passed. It's done. And, well, Obama would never sign it. He already said he would. Anyway, this has been Volcano Me. And again, they're doing this around Christmas when you're all not paying attention. Sick.